I've always equated feelings with getting caught. They both get in the way of my money. Unfortunately, not everyone is as committed to their work as I am. An old associate of mine, Basso the boxman, wants to marry Lady Rumford's chambermaid, Genevieve, and live happily ever after. Guess prison life spoiled his taste for thievery. Too bad for Basso that Lady Rumford has other plans. Marriage would void Genevieve's indentured service contract, so Rumford is keeping her confined in the estate with the rest of her worldly possessions. Basso has asked for my assistance on getting her out, since infiltration is my specialty. I make it a policy never to take a job so sentimental, but the Rumford Manor could be a lucrative opportunity for a man like me. It would also mean that Basso would owe me a favor, and in this line of work you can never have too many of those. I'll sneak in after dark and clear a path for Basso so he can rescue his damsel in distress. Along the way, I'll pick up a few souvenirs for the local pawn shops. That should make all this aggravation worthwhile. Otherwise, I'll make Basso wish he was still rotting in Crag's Cleft. This proves it. Going legit is more trouble than it's worth.
I sprung the lock on the side door for you, Garrett. It's the only good way in.
This must be the door Basso mentioned. Good thing the butler's out for the night. He left his lights on. Oh, better stop and check out that light around the corner. This hallway is too well lit. Better put a water arrow into that torch.
Damn torches. Always sputtering out.
Well, don't just make tap over it. Light it up.
I lost my tinderbox. Oh, why don't you do it?
I ain't the one that's complaining, am I now?
Huh.
Oh, well. Back to work.
Another guard up ahead. Time to knock him out while his back is turned.
Can't believe the damn coffee brewer's broken. These fancy gadgets around here. I can't get a simple mug of coffee.
Someone tapping about.
Well, that's her door. Guess Basso can open it. He's not much of a sneak, but he can sure handle a lock.
Come with me.
Business has been kind of slow these days, thanks to Sheriff Gorman Truart. He's been coming down hard on my competition and anyone else he deems unlawful. I've been playing it safe by keeping a low profile, but as my landlord recently reminded me, the rent is late. He says he's going to pay me a visit tomorrow to collect, so I'll have to go amateur for some quick cash. The warehouses by the docks should fit the bill. In addition to the usual shipping traffic, there's also a small smuggling operation sponsored by the local underground. Not too many guards, lots of dark corners, and several points of entry should make this job painless and profitable. Maybe I'll even have something left over for myself once the rent is paid. Wasn't that long ago that I was planning on my retirement. Now the only thing that's getting retired is my standards. If things get any worse, I'll have to go back to picking pockets in the streets.
Came into port about 4 hours ago.
That's what I heard. I hope that dirty smuggler brought us some spice. There's none to be found anywhere within this cursed city anymore.
I know what you mean. I used to grow my own spice, as well as fruits and vegetables, but all my crops died months ago and won't grow back no matter what I try.
It's as if all the plant life in the city up and died. Have you noticed that all the trees in Eastport are wilted and dead?
Maybe Davidson will smuggle in trees next. I don't know where he's getting the spice from, but his prices are steep. He's quickly becoming a rich man.
You must be Uriel. Well, you're late. I thought I made it clear to you hammers that I don't like to be kept waiting.
Be thankful I treat with thee at all, unbeliever. 'Tis late, and I seek to finish here quickly that I may return to my brethren.
Well, my cranky friend, head this way and I'll show you your shipment. You know, you hammers used to bring a lot of money my way.
Hold it!
I haven't seen you around lately.
I require but a fourth part of mine usual order. 'Tis all we are needful of, for our numbers have fallen since the rise of the accursed heretics.
Heretics? You mean the mechanists, right?
Speak not that accursed name to me. They follow not the way of the Master Builder, but a false prophet who twists Holy Scripture to his own selfish desire. Nay, worse still, those infidels would raise his lies to the level of Holy Word.
I've been hearing a lot about them lately. Don't know what to think of them yet, but seems like they've got plans to improve the city, making life better for people like me. Which is more than you hammers ever did.
The heretics are naught but a trial for the faithful of the Builder. They know nothing of devotion, of faith, of craftsmanship, or skill, and blindly follow the path of lies, greed, and deception. Markest thou my warning? At the forge of the Master Builder, he will separate steel from dross, and those who follow falsehoods instead of faith will be forever cast aside.
Yeah, whatever you say. Let's just go and finish up our business.
Guess it was nothing.
That looks like Captain Davidson's cargo ship. He's a shady guy, into smuggling and piracy. Germ is the man that makes those magic lenses. There's probably some valuable lenses in here. Last night, an unusual opportunity knocked on my door. Naturally, I was a little suspicious, but my visitor said the job was too sensitive to go through the usual channels. He claimed that an old contact of mine told him where to find me. I was about to ask him who our mutual friend was when he managed to distract me. The job is to break into Sholes Gate Station, headquarters of the City Watch, and quietly frame a certain Lieutenant Hagen for robbing the evidence vault. Hagen is Sheriff Truart's number 2 man, and has no doubt made life difficult for someone he shouldn't have. My unusually resourceful employer has given me all the information I need to pull this off, including a very detailed map of the building. All I have to do is choose a way in, plan my route, and get back out, without alerting the bulls. I realize that breaking into Sholes Gate is like looking down a burrick's mouth with a lit match, but it would pay me enough to lay low for a while, and it doesn't hurt to be giving the police some dirty laundry to deal with either. Besides, with my luck, if I don't take this job, I could end up in there anyway. Better check my map. My favorite year. This looks like the way in.
I can't stay underwater too long, or I'll drown.
Let's take it from the top. What happened?
Well, my servant Genevieve is missing. Now, she had no reason to run away. I treated her like my own daughter. Who will take care of me now?
Ma'am, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you're drifting off the subject again. Just stick to the facts, please.
Are you going to help me or not? I'll have you know, I am a personal friend of Father Karras. He has a great deal of influence, you know. Where do you think all your fancy new devices came from? I doubt he would be pleased to find out you are neglecting to help one of his friends.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of your problem as quickly as I can. The sooner we're done here, the sooner we can start looking for your servant. Why don't you calm down and collect yourself while I go over what we have so far?
I'm sorry, officer. Thank you.
Now 'twill activate the alarm whenever an intruder doth approach.
How does it know the difference between us and an intruder?
To find the answer to that question, thou must attend the mechanist seminary and join our order. The wisdom of Karras is not for the eyes of the common man.
What about maintenance for all these contraptions?
Thy sheriff did insist that all information for thy security systems be left in the care of Lieutenant Hagen. Instructions are locked in thy secure records area.
What secure area?
The sheriff requested us to construct a records hall that only he and his lieutenants may view. 'Tis no doubt to keep them from the eyes of incompetents such as thee.
Let's see what I can use against our Lieutenant Hagen.
You guys can't treat me like this. I'm a veteran.
Yeah, I bet that's where you learn to pickpocket so well.
When I got back, my family was gone. I had no money to live.
Sure. Tell it to the sheriff. He's got a real soft spot for war heroes.
Life stinks and then you die. Then life goes on without you. I'll never get out of this stinking hole. Why would I want to? Life's no good.
Oh, yeah. He's gone.
And so he says to me, "Be silent, you cruel, sadistic man." And they say, the truth doesn't always set you free, does it? No, sometimes the truth can enslave you in suffering and shame when it isn't what you want to hear. Yes. And again, he says to me, "Be silent," and begins to weep. And so I ease his suffering and then say, "Poor pathetic man, you need not wallow, for the next sound you hear will be the thump of your severed cranium hitting the floor." And he screams, "Ah!" And then, blessed silence.
that anymore. I should write that down. Now, on to the vault. I should be able to find something in here. I better do this quick. Seems like the consequences of my occupation have finally caught up with me. I went to the crippled Burke pub to meet Sammy about unloading some merchandise. The smell of ale and smoke from the place wasn't enough to cover up the stench of an ambush. A couple of watch officers were there waiting for me. Judging by the look on Sammy's face, I'd say he sold me out. They didn't seem interested in bringing me in either. The Bluecoats were looking for swift justice. Fortunately, I always have an ace up my sleeve. I better get back to my place fast and try to figure out what to do next. I just have to get past these guys and the rest of the city's finest out on patrol.
What's going on? The city watch are all over the place.
Oh, they're looking for some guy the sheriff once brought in.
Goodness me, is this man dangerous?
They say they want him dead or alive, but it looks to me like they'd prefer dead.
And how do you know that?
I was at the pub, saw a couple of Bluecoats ambush the guy there. He managed to get away, though. Never seen anyone move that fast before. He just vanished into the shadows.
My.
Lord Anders hasn't received a report in some time. The last he heard, it was not going well. I fear the Baron may return with the battlefield coming right up behind him.
I think you worry too much. This city is like a fortress. With the mechanist here to help us defend the city, we needn't fret about it.
I think you put too much faith in the mechanists. After all, they are only a splinter group of the Hammerites, hardly a military force. They seem concerned only with aiding nobles with their fancy inventions. Their tin soldiers wouldn't last long against a real army.
Well, until I see a battle going on outside my window, I shan't worry about it.
Hear about the raid at the Overlord's fancy? Joy led the bust You could say that.
If Truard keeps up this pace, we'll all be out of a job. There won't be anyone left to arrest.
Oh, well, I guess we'll just have to arrest the sheriff at that point.
Yeah, the Baron will be surprised to find out that Truard is working for everyone but him.
Does anyone know who the people the sheriff is working for are? I'm surprised that no one really talks about it.
You won't be talking about it neither if you know what's good for you.
Who's there? Get over here. Okay, what's going on here? Must be one of them grubbers again.
Looks like I'm gonna need a new address, but I'm gonna have to get to my stash first. Good. Now time to relocate.
Show yourself and report.
That didn't sound like rats.
By order of the Council of the Keepers, you must come with us. Garrett, be reasonable. Logic dictates...
Leave.
But we must...
Now. Has your wealth of knowledge grown so vast that you've lost all hunger for more? Is there no more trust between us then?
Let's make this fast.
My hand is copper, my brow is lead. Suffer me in a red patina swept along in a molten flow to a sad eternity. My stride interrupted, my thoughts untimed. My tears are become drops of silver that shatter the crystalline fern. I plead the wind to sweep us away.
Nice poem.
Not poetry, prophecy. The Metal Age is upon us.
I picked the gilded apple from the iron tree. I wiped the rust from my brow.
Iron trees? Not in my part of town.
Find the humor if you must. But can you tell me truly, Garrett, are there any trees in your part of town? I will answer for you. There are not.
Destiny and danger are still focused on the one, the renegade who is both brethren and betrayer.
Well, you got the danger part right anyway. Tell you what, you keepers can plant a few shrubs about town and I'll take care of me. I'll find my own way home.
You're a fool! Do you not understand what is at stake?
Did you not hear the interpreter's words?
Yes, Keeper Orland, he has heard. Do not despair. Let me go after him, alone. Not to persuade, but to leave the door open between us. One more moment, if you will, Garrett.
One moment.
You have trouble, my friend. Danger from someone who hired Truart to kill you.
Yes?
Then take this. The sooner you are done with your business, the sooner you will help us.
Don't count on it.
My heart it ceases, my breath undrawn, my eyes forever focused
on the sanguine metal dawn.
I headed back to my safe house and kept thinking about the letter. I know they're trying to manipulate me, but keepers never alter the truth. Just keep it in the shadows. Besides, it's not like I got a lot of leads anyway.
If you seek the private knowledge of the sheriff, go to the Eastport Mechanist Seminary tomorrow night. With stealthy discretion, overhear what you may at a certain very timely meeting.
Looks like I have something useful to learn from a seminary for a change. There are 2 open towers and some back doors which might be helpful for getting in. The catacombs below the church could be another way in, but I'd rather not tread where the dead sleep. The meeting will most likely take place in some sort of conference hall. There's no guarantee that I'll even be able to get inside, but all I need to do is get close enough to listen at the door. I better pull this off quickly and find a new hideout before the bulldogs get my scent. This situation does have one advantage. Things can't get any worse. Who could hire someone like the sheriff to kill me? Better not disturb them. I can hear the meeting just fine from out here.
Behold, Sheriff Truart, from the lowly street rat emerges the loyal worker, that which I call the servant.
This is one of the tramps I delivered to you? The transformation is spectacular.
And neither want nor worry has he.
Lucky fellow. Strange you should mention worries, Gareth, because I do have one. It's not that the money's not right, no, it's just that I need to be convinced you've taken the proper precautions. The Truart name is untainted by scandal, and I will not be the one to bring it humiliation and ruin.
Trust thee in me, for 'tis the builder himself who guides me, and the Baron need never know.
Yes, I'm glad your builder guides you, but it would make me feel even more confident if you were to let me in on your whole scheme. Come now, what's the crux of it all, eh, Gareth? Show me what's so special about your new servants.
'Tis impossible to hide anything from you, good sheriff. I will give thee full explanation then, in the form of a demonstration. The visual in this instance would far surpass any verbal elaborations I could relate, but I must ask thee to step away from the masked servant, that's right. And meanwhile, I will retrieve our volunteer, a most unfortunate gutter snipe who waits just outside. Come, gentle beggar, and stand thee just there, next to the masked man. Yes. Now, all is in readiness, so keep thine eyes on the new arrival, whilst I signal the servant. Thusly.
My word! The mask emits a red vapor!
Continue thy observations to it.
But it consumes them! We are in peril!
Fear thee not, stout sheriff, for we are safe at this distance. See, already the reaction ceases.
They are gone! And what remains in their stead? Sand? No. Rust.
Indeed, 'tis very much like rust, and harmless once settled. Brother Fegan, I pray thee, do sweep up what is left of those two.
Yes. A weapon, then! Quite fantastic and monstrous. Of course, you'll keep these servants you're making away from me and my men?
Thou need not even ask.
Then we are in agreement. You need subjects for your servant project, and I can supply them. Vagabonds, street scum, prostitutes, those who will not be missed by anyone of consequence. They'll be rounded up, charges invented, etc. Still, there's always risk. So I will give you 20, no more. For your part, you'll remember to keep our transactions absolutely secret. And of course, deliver my payment in advance, in full, tomorrow. I don't trust you, Karras, so you'll receive the subjects only after I confirm the payment. Well, our business here is finished.
Yes. Very well, Truett. Now see, friends, with the builder's efficiency, I have completed 2 tasks with but 1 effort. Firstly, I did secure 20 subjects to be transformed into servants, as you heard. And secondly, I secured the loyalty of the wary Sheriff Truett. Yes, his loyalty. Truett fears scandal. Yet his actions of late could bring him that or worse, if ever made public. Now, behold my wax cylinder machine. I've used it to capture the sheriff's very words, even as they moved through the air today. Hearken, friends.
And I can supply them. Vagabonds, street scum, prostitutes, those who will not be missed by anyone of consequence.
With his voice thus preserved, Truett dare not betray me, or he'll have the scandal he fears so much. Brother Fegan, thou wilt see to it that this wax cylinder machine gets safely to the bank on the morrow. You will find the safety deposit box key in the west tower. Friends, we are adjourned.
I'd like to get a copy of that key myself.
I tell thee, for thou art my friend, that I wish the children of Karras were more, mild soon.
Thou'rt not the first to be afeard of them, for their visages wont to strike terror into the enemies of Karras, or those who might consider becoming enemies.
Well, and it might, for it near strikes terror into mine own heart.
Thinkest thou thine own soft body of leaky flesh and wheezing gases is glorious to the eyes of the builder? Nay, 'tis thy soul that is the only thing of any worth. So 'tis with the children of Karras, for they are the blessed and immortal heirs of the builder, while I and thou are but the paltry tools that forged them.
As thou sayest.
Would be well rid of that. weeks upon it. Never shall I finish my design. The springs and gears conspire and confound me.
Calm, friend, calm. On the morrow, let me come by thy workbench and help thee untangle things.
I would be most grateful, couldst thou help?
'Tis nothing. Think on it as the copper and tin mingle to make the stronger bronze. So dost we each mingle and flow together in Karras's forge to make stronger as well.
Thou art wise.
'Tis Karras who is truly wise. His bounty and the machines we construct shall help all of humanity in the coming times, and all shall know his wisdom.
I will be glad to have this wretched task behind me that I might move to a more profitable position.
For the builder's sake, what was that? 'Tis the builder's silence once again. For that, I am thankful. Hello?
It's no big secret that the mechanists are the ones supplying Sheriff Truart with those machines. Key.
Dost thou know whether the sheriff hath arrived?
The sheriff? What doth he here?
In Karras' name, man, hast thou been stuffing leaves in thine ears? Hast thou not heard about the meeting?
Oh, the meeting. I had forgotten that today was the date.
Faugh! Thou hast no idea what I speak on. Thou must learn to pay more attention, lest thee find thyself fallen by the wayside as the future passes thee by.
Wasn't the right key. These mechanists are just as bad as the hammers.
See what that was.
Strange. Wonder what kind of work the mechanists do here.
Our here.
I could really learn to hate these guys. better come back here and replace this key when I'm done with it. I think my work here is done. I'm not surprised that the mechanists aren't the saints they claim to be. No one in this city is. But at least they've done me the favor of recording the incriminating meeting they had with Sheriff Truart. That recording should let me exert a little pressure on Truart to find out who hired him to kill me. But I'll have to acquire it first. The mechanist put the recording in a safety deposit box earlier today, but since I have a copy of the key, I should be able to open it. It didn't take much to learn that the mechanists do all their banking with First City Bank and Trust, one of the wealthiest establishments in town, catering to the financial needs of the city's upper crust. The bank vault is a huge tower, and I'm sure the safety deposit boxes are inside. Once inside the bank, I'll visit the Hall of Records and do a little snooping to find out which box belongs to the mechanists. Then I'll need to find a way to get inside the vault itself, grab the recording, and get out. No doubt the bank is well protected by mechanist security machines, in addition to the usual guard contingent. Risky, but you know I've always wanted a good enough excuse to break into First City Bank and Trust. But I always thought I'd be taking the risk just for the money. I'll never be able to cross through here with all those security machines active. Maybe I can find a way to deactivate them. Looks like I might be able to climb onto the roof.
You ever wonder, looking at all this?
Wonder what?
Well, where all the money for the fancy marble and the carvings and
And the art comes from? From all the people who give the bank their money. No. If the bank spends it on fancy stuff, what if they want it back? Well, maybe some of them die first and never ask for it back. Well, could be. I keep my gold home locked up myself. Safer that way.
Now to find some useful information.
Night shift again, eh, Mart? You piss off the master banker or what?
I'd rather the night watch. It's quiet, and I don't have to bow and scrape to the customers. Let me carry your heavy, heavy gold for you, lady fat bottom.
Here, let me take some of that nasty, heavy stuff off your hands, Dunsmith.
Yeah, and see the bosses aren't around to listen to us talking at night either.
You scared me nearly half to death.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Marin. I didn't know you were staying late tonight.
Of course I am, you imbecile! How else are the Rothschild papers to be finished? Magic spells?
Well, sir, they don't tell us the hours of the bankers who pay for the spare offices.
Oh, really? That's very fascinating. Please, tell me more particulars about guard duties.
Well, do you know about guard changing procedures?
Just get out of my office.
Weird contraption. Let's see what these controls do. Now I know I'm a master thief, waltzing right into a bank vault. Time to find the recording. It's time for a face-to-face chat with my old friend Sheriff Truart. Work out our differences. Show him the little piece of evidence that I lifted from the mechanist. I'm sure he'll appreciate the consequences if this were to be made public. Truart was acting for somebody when his cronies ambushed me back at the crippled Burrick Inn. I bet he'll be happy to tell me who that was. It was cocktail night at Truart Estate, which meant I needed to wait until all the guests had cleared out. Truart has beefed up security since becoming sheriff, so breaking in may prove to be a little difficult. Hopefully some drunken guest left me an open door. By the time I find my way in, the sheriff will be fast asleep. I watched the last guest leave about an hour ago, and the servants are no doubt cleaning up while the rest of the house turns in for the night. Now to find my way over that wall.
Come on out here, son.
False alarm, I guess.
Can you believe this mess they expect us to clean up? There was some moron passed out drunk under the table in the ballroom, and it looks like they had a food fight in there.
Bunch of taffers in this city. I caught some woman in the kitchen earlier with a guilty look on her face. She was probably stealing the silverware.
The sheriff certainly keeps, how should I say it, eccentric company. I'm definitely not looking forward to the next dinner party he throws.
Me neither. Hey, listen, I'd love to sit and chat, but I got a huge mess to clean up in the ballroom. So I'll catch you later.
Hey, hold up. Do you have one of those gears? Some taffer spilled meat all over the carpet in the game room, and I need to clean it up. All the doors leading up there are locked, and I don't have a gear to open that new door.
Sorry, they never gave me one. Check with one of the guards.
Hey! Did you try any of that food left over from the night's dinner party?
Are you kidding? Not even rats would touch that garbage.
Well, I liked it. And I'm gonna go down to the kitchen and get me some more of it.
We'll have fun, Taffer. I'm gonna go look for old Benny. I bet he's getting drunk in the game room again. Oh, don't trip over your own feet in the dark again. This time, try turning on the lights.
I'll see if I can find the switch. And tell Benny I'll save him some tasty morsels in the kitchen.
Who's there? Get out here where I can see you.
Sound the alarms! Seal off the area!
Why? What happened?
Sheriff Truart has been killed! The killer must still be in the building!
What? The sheriff's been murdered? How?
I don't know! Sound the alarms! Get help! There's a murderer loose!
Truart's been murdered! Find the killer!
Damn. Someone beat me to the sheriff. I better keep a low profile or else I'll be pinned as the killer.
Huh.
Better
probably worth investigating that.
I heard it come
commotion coming from Truett's room, but on my way to check it out, it stopped. When I got to the room, I swear I saw a dark shape running off. I should have taken a shot at him. That's when we saw the boss had been killed.
Did you get a look at the killer's face?
Nah, it was too fast. It was standing right over his body, and I must have spooked it. When it saw me, it flew right out the doors and off the balcony. I never seen anything move like that. It couldn't have been human.
Don't tell me. You think a monster killed the sheriff?
Like I said, I don't know what it was. I'm glad I wasn't in the room when that thing was ripping up the sheriff. No one should have to die like that.
How could the killer make his way through the estate and up to the 3rd floor without being seen by any of the guards or servants? He must have been close to Truett.
I'm not so sure. Whoever did this wasn't concerned about making it look like an accident. Killing the sheriff in his own house, in his own bedroom.
Guess it was nothing.
It makes a statement. Not the sort of thing you'd want to do to someone close to you if you didn't want to get caught.
Good point, but I still think the killer had help on the inside.
Oh, the sheriff lives in the most secure manor in the city. No one can get in without a key, and there's mechanist security everywhere. Yeah, I'd say it was an inside job.
Not too surprising. Truett didn't show a lot of discretion when recruiting for the watch. Hell, half the force used to work for the Downwinders, Ramirez, and every other crime boss in the city.
That's true. Truett made more than his share of enemies since becoming sheriff. Anyone living outside of Dayport has a decent motive. I guess the Downwinders had something to do with this. Donald wasn't too happy when we raided his casino and shut him down. He probably sent one of his ghouls to deal with the sheriff.
I'm willing to bet a month's pay the entire force is dry-eyed over this. No big secret that the sheriff was dirty. I figure Lieutenant Mosley will assume control of the city watch and clean up the mess. As for me, I ain't gonna do a thing except go back to my desk, fill out a report, and have a mug of coffee.
Well, we don't have to worry about Mosley ending up in someone's pocket. Anyone trying to bribe her would end up with a broken limb or two. Maybe we'd end up doing some good around here for a change.
Is that you?
No, quiet now. I'm sure it was nothing.
There's probably something in this room that will tell me who killed Truett. Things are getting very complicated. Even with Truett dead, my problems are far from over, and whoever hired the sheriff to kill me is still out there. The key ring I found at Truett's house belongs to Lieutenant Mosley of the City Watch, but it turns out she has an alibi for the murder itself. Still, she's probably neck-deep in this whole mess. I don't know what's going on, and I don't like that. So I started following Mosley. I knew sooner or later she'd have to tip her hand and contact her friends, and sure enough, she just left the local watch station well before schedule carrying a letter. This is my chance. If I can trail her without being spotted, I should be able to find out who's on the other end of this little conspiracy. Lieutenant Mosley, out for a little stroll. Let's see where you take me.
Quit your job, don't play the cartoon.
Who goes there?
Okay, calm down. There's nothing there.
Say again?
Somehow I doubt she dropped her note by accident. I better see what it says. Let's see who comes to claim the note.
Mud and blast and bother.
What is it?
New boots. It's gonna take me a week to break in the cursed things. And until then, I'll be walking like someone's grandmom.
Oh, wouldn't want to stub your little toesies.
Nah, tap off. You see that too? Just there?
Lady of the Greens, keep us safe, grant us home, takes us when lies down for always to live again.
Easily as I shape this iron.
Wind, speed me away!
We darest not venture in there. Cemeteries are no place for the living to be treading about at night.
Perhaps we should return home and forge the backbone.
Why enter there? 'Tis the only exit, and thou didst hit him with thy bolts. If he dost not come out, then surely he hath bled unto death.
Very well. Quiet thy fearful heart, and we shalt remain here. Who troubles my watch? Show thyself.
A cemetery. That's original. Where did he go? Guess there must be another way out of here after all. Wasn't expecting that. Time to go. The portal from the graveyard deposited me in a grove of trees, and the wounded pagan I was following is nowhere in sight. He's carrying Mosley's letter, and I'd still like to know where he's heading with it. My plan is to track him and find out what's been going on. The pagan has a head start in what is probably familiar territory to him, but there's some blood on the ground. I'm hoping he's in too much of a hurry to stop and tend to that wound, so he'll leave a trail of blood that I can follow. That's unless he bleeds to death before he gets where he's going. Meanwhile, I have no idea where I am or what I'll be up against, and even if I did, there's no going back for supplies. If I believed in it, now would be a good time for me to wish for luck.
It anymore. Come, Lily. Must we go?
His name's Dewdrop, and he doesn't like mechanists.
Lily.
I have to go now.
It was here. I knows it.
Looking for this vile heathen?
My side. Gives it here.
Gladly, pagan. Gladly.
What? You? Gets the children to the gathering place. Quickly now.
Here's the honeymaker.
He hams the jackberry.
Sits we down under his treesy roofs.
Eats me all of his leaves and gifts.
He feeders us.
Check thy map. Several have escaped from somewhere near the gathering place.
Yes, I have seen it. The wretched heathens did perform a ritual that allowed them to pass through, but alas, I could not follow.
The Builder will forgive us if we perform their pagan rituals in pursuit of his wishes.
Yes, friend, thou speakest the truth. Let us wait. Did you hear that? There's someone behind those trees.
Now, Birch. We've lit the lights and opened up the eyes of the woodsy lord. What left is theirs to do.
Someone has to stay behind to delay us the mechanist's threat.
But we needs you with us, Birch.
No, takes Minnow and go. Go now.
Look out!
Easy you, mine's plumsies? Them's plumsies mines. No! Plumsy taker! Giving them backsies! I eaters thems. Plumsies all gone. You winters? No! Got me in summers. Who then? Who guards these winters? None guards is it. For what's good gets that fars. None's good. None's good makes it. What's he that? Seems he nothing.
Garrett.
Victoria.
Oh, Garrett. Who is it you wish to fight? Me? Or my Thistlades? Oh, or the Sycamore?
Just you.
I am not the enemy, Garrett, nor anyone here. Here is your enemy. Mechanists. It's no secret that they wish to destroy you, too. Hero that you are. Regardless, you will join us in our struggle against them.
Join you? Not really my first choice.
Choice? My choice is to avenge the death of a friend. You understand nothing of suffering and duty. Pathetic man fool. In one moment I could... The past is the past. Now we have an enemy in common. Even you must see that this is so.
I seem to have a lot of enemies lately. Anyway, you have matters well in hand.
It is true that I am powerful, but I draw my strength from this place. Where the mechanists are, I am not so assured of victory.
Pity.
I have no time for your vengeful thoughts and biting words. But be assured, Garrett, you are stronger with us than without us. We have been watching the mechanists for 3 moons. Pagan agents are posted in every sector of the city. Your report, Larkspur.
1 loss in the old city, and 2 more in Dayport.
Sometimes enemies must join forces to overcome a more terrible foe. So tell me, Garrett, yes or no? Are we agreed to work together, sharing knowledge and skills against the mechanists? I put vengeance aside. The Earth keeps my promise for me.
Now you have my oath on it. I'm cursed if I break the covenant. Now your answer.
I agree that...
Good. The earth keeps your promise for you.
The new scripture of the Master Builder?
Karis is rewriting ancient hammer texts. But to what end, we don't know.
So you want me to find out?
Yes, but there's a more pressing problem. Karis is throwing a ball for the local nobility at Angelwatch, the new mechanist tower in Dayport. We need to know what he is up to. You have to be there, Garrett. Tonight, while the party is in progress.
Angelwatch? Is this how our arrangement is going to work? You coming up with ways for me to get myself killed?
Is this really Garrett, the master thief I hear talking? If danger is going to be a problem for you, then...
Just give me the details.
Security at the tower will be extra heavy with the city's nobility in attendance. So gaining entrance will be difficult.
For you, maybe. But I won't be knocking on the front door. The rooftops aren't called the Thieves' Highway for nothing.
I have some equipment for you. You should begin immediately. And also...
Remember to pickpocket the party guests?
You must find out whatever you can about the Cetus Project, a name our agents have overheard repeatedly. Karis has an office in the tower. Try to obtain some information there.
Brilliant idea. Try to find information about Karis' secret project in his office.
You do remember who the enemy is, don't you, Garrett?
If your information is wrong, and I end up risking my neck for nothing, this arrangement is over. Then try asking me that question again. Hey, the city looks almost bearable from up here. If I follow this road north, it should take me right to the mechanist tower.
And I'm telling you that the only stench heartier than your rotting burrick of a master is the liquor on his fetid breath. If he comes near Lady Van Vernon again, we'll boil his knickers.
Oh, mighty fine words coming from a knock-kneed, inbred page boy such as yourself. Our good Master Willie wouldn't be caught near that frumpy little trollop unless he were holding her back at the end of a halberd.
How dare you defile the name of someone so good and virtuous as the Lady Van Vernon? Our lady is a saint among mortal women. An angel so pure the heavens couldn't hold her.
Ah, your lady an angel? You're lucky the dockside whore keeps aren't bashing down her door for stealing their clientele. Why, just last night, I saw her out back, warming up the stable boy.
Such slander will not be tolerated while we're on watch. You'd best run and rescue your helpless limp lord before he founders in his own vomit, or wakes up naked in a hen coop. Scurry off, or you'll acquire some unnecessary ventilation.
Is that a threat, you shriveled old maid? You gonna prick us with your sewing needles? On this side of the street, we shoot like soldiers, so don't make promises your arrows can't keep.
You've gone too far this time, you camel-mannered, tunic-wearing mollycoddle! An arrow in the throat that'll shut you up!
Have at thee!
Quiet, you lumbering ox. You're making enough racket to wake the whole of Dayport. Well, it's dark, and I can't seize what I'm lifting.
What you'll see is the heft of my sword across your brow if you don't hurry things up. There's a guard in the building, and we're both skewered if he hears you.
All right. But I got me a question. Do we want the gold or the jewelry?
We want whatever you can carry, you tougher. Now hurry it along before we're seen. Or maybe you want to spend a lifetime or two in the Bluecoats company?
The Bluecoats? Where?
Oh, just hurry it up already.
Well, housebreakers. How quaint.
Once I get out of work here, someone there.
Come out, wherever you are.
We're gonna have fun gutting you, Tapper boy.
Intruder! Help! Help!
Oh, but it's just not fair. The season's most ballyhooed social event, and we're not even invited? I am a Rothschild. Don't they understand that? Don't they understand how incredibly important I am?
Shh. I know, dear. But there will be other banquets. Besides, it's not as if we intend to join their silly religion or anything.
No, it's not that. It's just that, well...
Yes, my snookums?
Oh, Pumpkin! The mechanist invited the Bumblesons! The Bumblesons! I mean, they haven't been in the inner circle in years!
Now, Frederick, don't you think you're overreacting just a tad?
No! I am Frederick Juniper Rothschild III, and I deserve more recognition than those commoners.
Oh, I know what we'll do, my sweet. We'll throw our own ball to the abyss with those mechanists and their private affairs. Besides, they're just looking for supporters. We'll have our own banquet and invite everyone but the Bumblesons. Would that make you happy, my love?
Oh, yes! What an absolutely capital idea!
No need for alarm, ladies. Just passing through.
Odd noises.
So, that's the castle of the future. I'll take my tenement any day of the week. That wasn't so tough. Maybe tower security isn't as tight as I thought. One thing's for sure, this Karras guy has lost his mind.
Message number 1 of 6.
justice is functioning? Oh, my good guest, welcome to Angelwatch. I have gathered you here, citizens of exceptional breeding, for a fine and festive evening. The builder's work never ceases. Thus I am not able to attend in person, but I am present in heart and voice, as you can plainly hear. Friend Vilnia will be your host in my absence. Now, our evening together begins.
Message number 2 of 6.
Greetings again, guests. I pray your spirits do not suffer from my absence. I present to each a gift. The most wondrous yet of my innovations. A living worker suited to all household tasks. Ready always to perform your bidding. I call them the servants. The servant knows not how to lade or gossip. The servant knows only how to tirelessly perform thy will, be it cooking, cleaning, or gardening. Please accept them with my gratitude. But the tour continues. Pray, do follow Vilnia once again.
Now they will be happy.
To serve the nobility is the highest privilege in life, of course. But slavery is just so distasteful.
No, not slaves, Margaret. Servants. You heard Mr. Karras. But why argue semantics? Before this, they were raving lunatics. Have you ever seen a lunatic prepare a stew? Or sweep a stable? Not a pretty sight, one can be sure of that.
Oh, Christopher, you're such a card. Oh, Karras did say the servants could garden. I wonder if they can plant azaleas or roses. We could use them to trim the lilac bushes as well.
You see, my dear, the servants can truly make you happy. Could there be a more noble purpose in life?
Oh, Christopher, stop. Strange. Saw something there for a moment. If I see one rat, I will just scream.
If someone is there, then show thyself. 'Twas nothing then.
Message number 3 of 6.
Lords and ladies, behold the Builder's Chapel. It is here we reflect upon the Builder's great plan. The servants I am giving thee are examples of our strivings toward his ideals. Before they were servants, the souls behind the masks were lost and unproductive. Now they are models of efficiency. Alas, if only I could be there to share with thee the wonder of this moment. But I digress. On with the tour!
Message number 4 of 6.
Privileged guest. I trust thee will enjoy this feast presented by the servants I have given you. Imagine A short while ago, these servants were confined to an asylum. Mentally feeble. They were of no use to anyone. Now they are safe and productive. Now they know happiness. Would that I could be with you tonight, for the servants make excellent cooks. After you dine, friend Vilnia will guide thee on to the gallery.
Message number 5 of 6.
The builder created beauty to bring us joy. For the joyful of spirit work the longest. And in this gallery we find beauty. Fine guest, thou surely have precious works of art in thy home. Here too the servants are of use. They are completely trustworthy. At first hint of trouble, they will call for the nearest guard. Take some time to appreciate our gallery. Then Vilnia will escort you to the ballroom.
So, Karras doesn't even show up for his own party.
To the folly of the unworthy, giving these servants as gifts.
Dost thou doubt the wisdom of Karras? Perhaps he should know of thy insubordination.
Nay, Vilnia. I meant no ill.
Good. Then hold thy tongue and do as ordered. Remember, the servants are but a masterful deception. Master Karras has the ability to control them himself wheresoever he be. In the end, they shall serve the will of the builder.
Ah, yes. The rust gas. It's just that they look so very weak, so unlike weapons.
Yes, they do. The better to serve our purposes. For now, our task is to make these fools happy. So stay thou alert, but remain friendly. I shall be back in due time.
Message number 6 of 6.
It is here that our evening ends. Enjoy thee the music and dance if thou willst. On the morrow, when thou dost return home, your servant will be waiting for thee. Yes, they travel on their own. Indeed, on occasion they will leave your homes in response to a device I call the guiding beacon, and return to us for but small adjustments. Upon their return to your homes, better servants they'll be. I apologize yet again for my absence tonight, noble friends. Fare thee well. Greetings, Garrett. Thou art expected, though not precisely welcome. Seem not so surprised. I have anticipated thy arrival, just as I now anticipate thy departure. Art thou a religious man? It is time to say thy prayers. Thy sins will be thine own undoing.
get the goods and get out of here while I still can.
Tower security has been breached. Guard well all exits, the streets, and rooftops. Let not these rooftops be breached.
I hate to admit it, but you were right about the new scripture of the Master Builder. Karras is up to something, and that book is his master plan. It's too bad he's gone into hiding, or I'd make him eat his words.
Karras is fanatical by nature, but now I fear his ambition as well.
Please help me.
You say he's giving these servants as gifts?
Yes, and they must be connected somehow to the scripture. The servants are weapons, and the nobles have just invited them into their homes. I should be so lucky.
And the schematics confirm what my agents presumed. Markham's Isle is the staging area for the Cetus project.
You knew about Markham's Isle? Do you know what it took to get into that office? I don't appreciate you wasting my time.
You are arrogant, Garrett. Yet, you underestimate your own importance to the cause. Your actions have been invaluable.
Do we know what the Cetus project is?
The schematics are too technical to decipher, but the name they reference, Brother Cavador, is the best lead we've had in months.
Then we need him. I'm sure you'd love to ask a high-ranking mechanist a few questions. I'll go see if I can't convince Cavador to come back with me.
There is much we could learn from him. Lotus, my agent on Markham's Isle, may have information on Cavador. Unfortunately, we've had no word from him for some time.
Then he got careless. I won't make the same mistake.
I have hope that Lotus is still alive. He's a faithful agent and a trusted friend. If you could find him, we would be in your debt.
I just hope you realize the risks I've been taking for you. It's not every day my services come so cheap. If I were Cavador, where would I be? It's a long way up.
friend. Construction is proceeding as planned, friend. Even below thy feet we extend our workings. The structures those pirates left behind are structurally adequate, but they show their unworthiness in the clear light of the builder's torch. Soon, they will be replaced by iron and steel.
The lighthouse seems sound enough. When once I was a hammer...
The Order of the Hammer. Ha! The old ways are dead, my friend. Thou wert right to forsake the crudity of the hammer for the majesty of the gear.
Aye, 'tis true that the old ways are crude, but they can be effective still. Look around you, friend, at these rotting planks and beaten boards. 'Twould take but a hammer and nail to put things right again.
Again you think of the past, of repairing the unworthy wood. 'Tis folly. Begin anew, so that thy buildings know the glory of metal and gear. Something so corruptible deserves not the builder's regard.
Perhaps not, friend. Perhaps not. Still, it troubles my heart to look upon such disrepair. What noise there? That's soft.
The wheel seems to be missing a peg.
Still I breathes, mechanist.
I'm no mechanist. I'm Garrett.
Garrett, yes. The lady knows me you would come.
Knew I would come? But...
Hush, sneaksy friend. Time runs out. There be's a mechanist named Cavador. Garrus needs him. Relies he on his craftsy works. Garrus always asking, needs he ever more and more from Cavador. The Cetus Project, Cetus Amicus. Horror of the seas, horror of the seas. Must, tells the lady.
Don't worry, I'll find Cavador. Garrus will be stopped.
You'll need, takes you the key. Beware, and Garrett.
Yes, my friend. What can I do?
The cold feels nothing now. Garrett, I begs, return me to the green. Kill me.
A noise. Oh!
That must be the Cetus Amicus. Guess I'll sneak aboard and have a look around.
To the movement, friend.
Tis the truth. I'm blessed I served the hammer. Longer bear to see such hard times befall them, and such little spirit to carry on left. And 'tis clear to see that it profits little to be a hammer in these times.
Aye, many hath come in such a wise. 'Tis not a hard task to see that we are the future.
Thou wert not with the Order of the Hammer before?
Nay, those brothers were always too stern and righteous for my choice, and they turned their faces away from our Lord Caris when he spoke of progress. When I heard of the great works he had made since he left them, I came.
As a hammer, I was oft forced to withstand the silent scorn of the masses. But the garb of a mechanist carries much prestige with it.
Fit. I hope it's a short ride. I went to Markham's Isle looking for three things: Victoria's agent, the Cetus Project, and Brother Cavador. There wasn't much I could do to help old Lotus, but at least he passed on his information to me. And now I know more about the Cetus Project than I ever wanted to. They've built a ship that can sail underwater. Turns out this ugly iron fish is my link to Cavador. The only way I can reach him is to hitch a ride in its belly. Victoria had better appreciate all the trouble I'm going through. Of course, it's not enough just to find Brother Cavador at this mysterious KD site. I said I'd bring him back. In one piece. Maybe I should find some other way home. I'm cramped enough here without Cavador in tow. Besides, traveling mechanist style just doesn't agree with me. And as long as I'm going to their secret site, I might as well keep my eyes and ears open. Sometimes it's the smallest leak that makes the biggest difference. I'm back in the Lost City. I should have known. Guess I'll take the back door home.
No, my friend. I fear this cannot wait till evening.
Then you must seek out Brother Cavador, for he alone can aid you. No other here hath his understanding of the ancient ways.
I pray thee, tell me where I might find the good brother then? At his house?
Mayhap, though I think it unlikely. More likely he doth his daily work tours now.
What? Must I wander fallen Careth Din till I find Brother Cavador then?
Nay, I think that not necessary. Seekest thou within? There thou shalt surely find a scroll with his intended path writ upon it. He hath the faithfulness of a child of Caris for the following of such schedules.
Ah, many thanks. May thy gears run smoothly.
And thine.
This guy makes the hammer sound sane. Ah, knowing where Cavador is, that's half the battle.
For Caris' sake, is there someone there? Any luck on thy hunting, friend?
Nay, not a single beast.
Good riddance, then. Noxious things. 'Twill be a better world more worthy of the Master Builder's work when not a single stinking burrick remains to plague it.
Certes, save I think that time is now. And yet, still we patrol, lest a burrick's ghost should disturb poor Brother Cavador. Why, he still wears his mask, as though he might be attacked at any minute.
Nay, speak not harshly of our brother and leader, for does he not speak with Caris' own voice? Bereft of his leadership, we should be rudderless. 'Tis only right and proper that he should guard himself most carefully.
May the Master Builder forgive my quick words. Thy words are true. I shall not let these dull caves weaken my faith, nor turn me from my duty.
With mine own eyes I saw it. 'Twas a scroll, not less than 100 years of age.
What? Did thy mysterious visitors whisk in and out again, and never tarry to take up the many riches here?
Likely they were but grave robbers, seeking the cheapest of profits, gold and jewels. Too lazy to dig for the true treasure herein, and too foolish to recognize it even if they found it.
Thou art by far too gullible, Sabine. Twixt the burricks and the beasts of living fire, what man could survive here alone?
And he moved quickly, mayhap.
Oh, and I suppose thy visitor had a lung of steel to swim neath the waves and thusly find his way in. Come, none could make their way here without the marvels of Lord Caris' creations. No, I think thou hast been taken in by our brother's humors.
Name of the Master Builder, what can Lord Caris be thinking?
Guard thy
For
tongue.
Caris' sake,
If
is there
thou
someone
must
there?
invoke Lord Caris' name, do it with respect.
Hast thou not heard the new orders?
nothing,
then? The
Nay,
drums in my
I
ears
keep my
do
gears
always
grinding,
thrum.
not sitting idle and gossiping.
Well, grind harder. Needs must we deliver not one crate, but two by the next reading of Scripture. Cease thy croaking and huff interview, wild toad.
Bring me thine aids!
Come into the light so that I might see thee.
Looks like my old route is still open.
Our guest, Cavador, just spilled his guts.
Not literally.
It wasn't necessary. Cavador was instructed to deliver two sorts of artifacts. Brass masks and...
Those slave masks on Karras's servants?
And some sort of agricultural device called a cultivator. 30 of each.
Each? So they're connected.
We have to assume so. Unfortunately, our efforts to secure a mask have been... frustrated.
Listen, I think I know where we can lay our hands on one of those masks. There's a collector named Bram Gervasius with an interest in masks and headdresses. Last time I was down in the Lost City, he had a commission out for that sort of thing.
Gervasius? I've had an agent on his case, and apparently the mechanists have been making overtures.
3 guesses why. What can your agent give me on his house?
Gervasius is planning an exhibition. He's bringing his collection with him from his summer home. The private exhibit areas are on the top floor. Access is by elevator, controlled from the top floor. It's almost airtight.
Almost?
There's talk of a secret passage. Unfortunately, its location remains secret.
Then I'll need to find it. Now. We can't afford any delays later when the masks arrive. Karras is holed up inside the Mechanist Cathedral, and it looks like whatever he's up to, we're running out of time.
It wouldst appear that I erred in judgment.
Hello, Hobart. Why is that?
Thou knowest how burdensome preparation of the mansion hath been for me. Steward Duma hath charged me with leading the construction in the ballroom, which goeth ever so slowly. He hath even demanded that all the clocks and other mechanist devices in the manor be inspected and repaired if there be faults found. Thy masters wish everything perfect for their celebration 2 weeks hence. 'Twas such a great task that in my haste I have misplaced my toolbox,
not this time.
which contained a part from one of the clocks.
So we have a clock that doesn't tell time. Won't be the first time in this place. I'm still amazed you got all those metal eyes working.
No, thou dost not understand. 'Tis that clock.
Well then, you better get looking and find that piece before Lord Gervasius gets back. He'll have your head otherwise. Good luck, Foreman Hobart.
Now that I've established such a close working relationship with Lord Gervasius's security systems, going back in for those masks shouldn't be too much trouble.
I hope we can count on the quality of this working relationship.
Gervasius's security systems are not the most dangerous thing I've ever worked with.
Do I have to ask what is?
We're on the clock. How has Karras been using the time we've had to wait?
He's been making some modifications to the Mechanist Cathedral, including some sort of valves or seals on the doors. Why, we don't know yet. Inside, it just looks like a huge factory, full of machines and equipment. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's tied into those precursor artifacts. The sooner we can get a hold of those, the sooner we'll know.
And get Karras off our backs.
And stop whatever he's planning.
Uh-huh. Don't wait up. I'll be working late.
Who's noising about then?
No, the M stacks. It's a section of bookcases. They're just called stacks.
I don't believe even you could lose a whole bookcase.
I tell you the place is haunted. 1 minute I was on my way to Father Lord's letters, then I heard this terrible sound. And when I turned around, the M stacks were gone.
I'll say you got turned around all right.
You don't understand. I dropped the letters on the floor and they were gone too. I looked everywhere.
I don't know what you expect me to do about it. I'm a guard, not an exorcist.
Some help you are.
Either someone's hiding the evidence, or these guys got lost in 10 feet of passage.
Someone say something.
must be what Karras is writing to Gervasius about. What a nice bonus.
Don't. The reaction will continue if it finds more organic material.
For how long?
It seems that when all the rust gas settles into dust, then it is safe. Garrett, for what purpose would the mechanists use these cultivators?
Well, we know Karras has installed them in the masks of the servants.
Yes.
And the servants have been placed in the homes of the wealthy.
Yes! The homes with the gardens. The plants there could sustain a reaction large enough to destroy everything.
Yes, we must think of a plan.
No, there's no time to think. We must go to the Mechanist Cathedral. The beacon you've heard about. You could find it. Try to activate it. To draw the servants to the cathedral. Then you must somehow get Karras to signal them to release the rust gas. You see, if I fill the cathedral with plants, enough to fuel a chain reaction, then it should cause the same effect we just saw. But it would take Karras with it instead of the city. Remember, the cathedral is sealed, airtight.
If we can get into the Mechanist Cathedral, if you fill it with plants, if I can find, let alone activate the beacon, all without being detected, that's too risky. We'll be killed.
Karras created these devices to destroy all that we know. And now they are in place. He needs only say the word. There is no more time. We must act. Are you too blind to see that?
Your plan is suicide. I'll think of a better way. And I work alone.
Diane, Larkspur, I need to speak with you. Now.
I am here against the wishes of the Keeper Council. I am here as your friend, Garrett. Listen. Victoria has begun an assault on the Mechanist Cathedral.
No.
I hope the glyphs are wrong.
Face me yourself, man fool!
Victoria!
Garrett! I failed! This is not enough plant life to sustain the reaction. These mechanical beasts detected me. But there is one more thing I can do. Then it will be up to you, my good thief.
Wait, Victoria, let's get... Victoria!
Just a film.
I planned enough!
Karis.
Are you not? So, once again we are met. And the woman of the woods, didst thou come here together? But lo, how easily evil is felled when the righteous hold the mace. Thou art transparent to me, Garrett. Even now I can see thou seekest to stop me, but there is naught you can do. My chamber resists all manner of infiltrations, even from a skilled man such as thyself. The servants hearken to my instructions only, and even now await my commands. Maybe I've waited overmuch. Yea, thine intrusion has been my cue to begin now the final preparations. May the world be ready for the builder's arrival. I fear you not, Garrett, that I have dispatched some of the builder's children to intercept you. Thou too will perish, and trouble me no more.
Did you see something? Do not get off me.
This is just what I was looking for. Now I've got a real plan.
the builder's arrival. Cleanse thy thoughts and accept his words. Embrace the coming of the builder's paradise and rejoice in the humble part that thou hast played. Look about you, Garrett. I built these machines you see, and in turn they produced the builder's children. The necrotic mutox, the servants, everything. 'Tis my gift to the builder, soul-forged cathedral and all it contains. 'Twill be the very center of the builder's paradise. Surely this strikes wonder into your heart. Sifting through the remnants of the precursor's world, I found the tools the builder had left for me. Why save these things when all else is gone? The builder hath spoken to Karis, and imagine my joy when finally I did piece the puzzle together. How long did it wait for one such as me? One who could bring about the age when the builder would walk again on Earth.
Assuming the blueprints didn't leave anything out, this thing ought to do the trick.
you oppose me. In one act, I will end all human suffering and clear the path for the Builder to walk again on Earth. History will move forward. My tireless children will build in his name, creating advancements beyond our understanding. Now is the dark time before the days of light. Why dost thou oppose me?
Has any way to detect what I'm doing, I'll know soon.
Seest thou my children, the children of Caris? Are they not obedient? Are they not swift? I thank the beauty of pride is no sin. Else of them sinfully proud would I be. And now, I see thee again, and I say to them, go now, and fetch for the thief the violent fate he hath earned. I see thee. And the one they called Garrett did come. A mender was he, and trickery and stealth were his weapons. Then Caris, the brave, did seize him, and then smote him right down with the venom of truth and the mace of the righteous. Praise Caris. I have built so many things. I have made servants from street scum. I've made towering arches from raw ore. I have built to glorify him that is builder and teacher. If ever I did a thing, 'twas always for him. He knows this. For he knows all. Stood the master builder upon the ground, and he saw that the ground was good and clean. No grasses marred his path, nay, not a wisp of vilest weed did spoil his view. Let thy furnace be fueled, builder, fuel us. Let thy buildings be sound, builder, fuel us. Let thy foes be vanquished, builder, fuel us. And all thine endeavors be a blessing unto thee, builder, forger, father, fuel us now. Took me away from the boundary mother and said, "Thou art the child of my endeavors. Follow me and thou shalt inherit the earth."
All this? It was written?
All?
Victoria's death? And Karis? Was it written in your books?
All is as it was written.
And there's more.
Yes.
Tell me.